What is up, everybody? It is Crazy Horse 6, and I am excited to bring you Season 5, Day 17 Stronghold battle between NYTE from 788 and HS91 from server 694. I do want to take a quick second real quick to thank all the people who have helped me hit 1,000 subs as of yesterday. This is it's a great milestone and it feels really good. I'm glad I'm able to help a lot of people, especially Prime, who has been reaching out to all of his friends on different servers and pushing my channel. It's Megs, who has synchronized their Discord to automatically post all of my new videos. So thank you to you guys. In a bit of a celebration, if you can stick around to about the 20-minute mark, I'm excited to say that we've got our first giveaway, I guess. Hang out, and I will announce an opportunity to come and fight alongside me and the rest of NYTE in 788. So set up the context here. You know, we both raced to the central area relatively quickly, both going for the corner. We're in the eastern quadrant of the 8 server grouping. They're in the northern quadrant, the north central quadrant. Both made it to that corner pretty quick. And we had the resistance to take a level 6 stronghold. MGD had cleared out the zombies around a level 6 stronghold on the northern side, watering their lands, and it became a marching battle. They had 25-30 second marches from their position in their server, and we had about 2.5 minute marches from our position, and they were able to sneak it away from us. Now cross-server teleports have opened up for the season, and so they've come into our territory. We hadn't been resetting our protections because there wasn't really a need to at the time. Probably a little bit of a mistake on our part there. We probably should have been resetting protections on our land as we came down. And so they were able to sneak down and start moving south along our land. The time zones are also terrible here. So we initially had our, in Season 5, if you haven't gotten to Season 5 yet, you can set safe times for your alliance, and you can designate certain windows in the day where your strongholds are safe, or there's one of the 3 different times you can attack. You can designate one as a safe time, 2 are attack times. And one of our, we had tried to make our safe time at night because primarily a US based alliance, but we do have a lot of Eastern Hemisphere players in the Philippines, Indonesia, and so our safe time had been at 1 in the morning Eastern time, which makes sense. However, it left us open to attack at, let's see, I think it was 4 p.m. Central Time where I am, or 5 p.m. Eastern Time, which seems like it would be good for us, but was actually a terrible time because a lot of us are still at work across the US or driving home from work. And if you are a European or a Middle Eastern alliance, that's actually a really good time for you because that's right around the time that you're kind of winding down and getting ready to go to bed when a lot of people are on this game. So they were able to get a couple strongholds with as they came down the western boundary of our server, and a lot of just tough participation numbers on our part at that time. So we switched up our safe time to that particular time period. Now, this still isn't ideal. This battle is taking place at midnight for me, 1 in the morning for our Eastern time zone players. Despite that, participation is still better now than it was before. And we also, unfortunately, did not have Samba with us for this battle. He had a little personal emergency he had to take care of last night, and we just wish him a speedy recovery, and I'm glad he's doing better now. So you can see real quickly we were able to fill up the garrison here 20 to 20. It's still tough, only 20 garrisons allowed, and here's where the awkward part comes in. And I mentioned this in the trade post battle video from yesterday. If you start marching from 2 minutes away directly into the garrison, then you are taking up a garrison spot that isn't actually there, and that can be dangerous, and it can help knock you out a little bit faster from the stronghold. So the preferred method here is to march to a tile and then divert your garrison at the last second before it hits a contaminated land, so you can get in there a lot faster. The other method that you can see me using here, and this can be a bit of a dangerous method, and I'll show you why. You'll see this getting towards the tail end of this video, is using this code boss exploit, which I don't know how long this is going to be around. I have not seen this in any previous seasons. I don't know if this is something that they opened up to allow just for season 5 due to the long march times, and it's not going to be available in other seasons. If you're in season 2, 3, or 4 and this exploit works, let me know in the comments. I'm curious if this is just if this is a intentional season 5. But remember, the code boss, you didn't used to be able to divert your march from the code boss. You had to start in your base, and your squad went straight back to your base. And for the 30 seconds that it was out, and there was no touching it. Here though, if you start a march towards the code boss, and here's the important part. You have to divert it before it hits the code boss. If you divert it after you hit the code boss, you're marching at your normal march rate the entire way back. So if you go to hit the code boss, divert your march to your target before it hits, then you only have a 15-second march from wherever your squad was when you diverted it to hit your target. Where this can be dangerous is if you already have, and you can see me, I'm not using the code boss exploit right here. I'm using the tile marching exploit. It's not really an exploit, but I'm using tile marching when the garrison is over 12 to 15 people, because what happens is if you go to hit the code boss, then you try to re-divert to garrison the stronghold, and you're already at 20 to 20 and you can't garrison because there's no room, then your squad is going to hit the code boss, and then you're either waiting 15 seconds for it to come back to your base, or if you make the mistake like I did at the tail end of this video and you try to hit the stronghold anyway, because now there's a spot that opens up, you're on a 10, 12, 15 minute march back, and then you're either forced to use diamonds to speed up that march, which is what I did, so I didn't have my squad hanging out there for that long, or you're just waiting. So you see this early battle here was pretty tight. We had a slight advantage because we're able to garrison the stronghold 20 deep, and that does take a little bit of time. That's always what gives the defenders a bit of an advantage in all of these stronghold battles. So we built up a 5 or 6% lead right off the bat before they were able to knock out our initial 20 garrisons. But then you can see from here, they're kind of maintaining pace. You can see right there, I actually pulled my main squad out early. So this is one of the tactics you can use when you are defending. If you have a more powerful squad, then you're going to march back faster if you are not on fire versus if you're completely burnt. So if you pull out of the garrison just a little bit early, then you can get back faster, refresh your troops, and then send them back in. You can see me, I'm zoomed out enough so I can see when my squad is getting close to that contaminated land. And and then I diverted at the last second. So, because you're going a lot faster going to tiles than you are going to garrison the Stronghold. If you are able to fight with 3 squads like I am, you can get a pretty good rotation going so that you always have one moving while the other ones are coming back. That also keeps your hospitals from becoming too overwhelmed. However, I really don't recommend this if you only have 1 or 2 strong squads, because if your 3rd squad or your 2nd squad isn't very strong, then you're really just wasting troops at that point, and you're going to drain your drill grounds a lot faster. So I'm looking at my 3rd squad here in season 5 is sitting at 58.73 million. So respectable. They can still hold their own against a lot of players who might only have 50 million marches. My gathering squad is sitting at, where are they right now? 48.5 million, but that's a pretty weak 48.5, and you're not going to see me sending my gathering squad in here. You can see mine reinforcing the other stronghold. What we did is simultaneous to HS91 attacking this stronghold, we had a Mox from our own alliance reset the protections on our stronghold in the south, and we're just garrisoning with our gathering squads. That way, even if we lost this battle, we could have stopped them from continuing to move south on us. You see I switched to protectors here for a little bit. I had a bunch saved up. Capturing the trading post that morning helped expand the protector grounds a little bit. And then, of course, all the initial fighting certainly helped to create a surplus of protectors. One of the dangerous things about protectors, especially, you'll notice that a lot of my protector marches are specifically going using the tile hopping method instead of the code boss method. And part of that is because if you do accidentally hit the code boss, they can be diverted. Remember, protectors they're only good for one attack, not for any follow-ups. And so if for some reason you're trying to garrison, you can't get in there, you lost those protectors because they're using the code boss. Also remember that once you pull protectors out of a defense, they can't go back in, they have to go back to your base. So that is one particular time when I do intentionally leave my squad in there until it's dead, is when I'm using protectors, because why not? Might as well leave them in there. And even if I only have one more protector left, remember you can only knock out 5 squads at a time per hit. So I may help somebody else out by just taking up, I am one less squad that can be attacked when somebody hits. And we try to use this, I remember back in, I believe it was season 1, we realized this, and we tried to garrison strongholds with 1 hero squads to save on troops and make it frustrating and longer to try to dig out the garrisons. It doesn't really work that well. You can't use that as a continuous exploit because one person will just sit there and hit the stronghold over and over again. Just 4 people can, easily knock out an entire garrison with, I guess 5 people, 5 hits. No, 4 people with 4 hits, right? Can knock out an entire garrison if it's only, 1 blue hero squads. If you had, I think if an alliance center where you can get 100 people in there, that might work a little bit better and can help save you on troops. I'd say a 1 hero squad is better than nothing. And even if you get to the point, like say you're in a big, long, protracted stronghold battle like this one, and you get to the point where you really don't have any troops left, you can't even fill up a full squad, then sending 1 hero garrisons is probably better than nothing. But I wouldn't use that strategy right from the beginning. You can see all these bases flying up from the bottom left. Those are all the all the squads flying up from the bottom left. Those are all the squads using the code boss exploit. You can see how fast they move when they're coming from the code boss. You see, we're starting to expand our lead a little bit here. We're up to a 22% lead. I do have this sped up, but I did not want to speed it up too much so that you can still see the sequence of button presses and good tactics. You can see right there I couldn't get into the garrison before I hit the mud because it was still 2020, and it wasn't until after I hit the mud that I went down below. It's just sometimes it's just luck of the timing, but I was able to double back and return. That was a really fast 9 squad kills before I got booted. They must have had a, it's hard to do timed attacks. You can see one of my previous videos from last season, I went over the timed attack method on alliance centers. It's hard to do that in this context just because marching from your base to a stronghold, especially right now, because this is the central area, the marches are really long. You get a significant advantage by marching to a tile and then diverting from the tile. And that's exceptionally difficult to synchronize a timed attack using an alliance marker. But I have a feeling that as the season progresses, this central area opens up next week. And I have a feeling that as we're able to actually maneuver around these strongholds, then timed attacks will start to become used more and more. And at this point, we're about doubled up what HS91's progress is. We're feeling very confident, but they're still holding on and refusing to quit. So kudos to those guys for their tenacity. I think a lot of alliances at this point would have said, look, the troop loss isn't worth it. Let's hold off and we'll try somewhere else another day. I suspect that capturing this stronghold was key to the progression that their plans for progression towards the central area and stopping them from capturing it was a significant change to what they wanted to do. Got some nice kills right there. You can see I've got my missile squad returning at the same time so I can divert it before it gets to the area, and that is faster than trying to march from my base. So if you stuck around this long, I really appreciate it. It means you're probably a dedicated watcher. You probably are really interested in getting better at Last War and maximizing your resources and maximizing the tips and tricks to make you successful. And you're exactly the kind of player that we want to play with here in NYTE in 788. And I'm really excited. We actually have a shell base that we're looking for somebody who is active, who likes to kill, who likes to hunt, who likes to participate in these events to come and participate with us. So I'm throwing up the stats for this base right here. It's a 50 million March tank main. You can see the gear is pretty well developed. The skills are well developed. They got some EWs. They got 150. It's up to 154 now drone, and you can see that the research is maxed out, the tank mastery research. There's some work to do in defensive fortifications and siege to siege to make it a true, really strong first march and very versatile. But I think it's a great opportunity to come. If you are interested in taking over this account and getting to know us and participating with us, this is a great opportunity to basically move to a new server without having to wait for server transfers. Please reach out to me. I can get you my Discord information and we can coordinate from there. Specifically looking for people who are subscribers to the channel, go ahead and give this video a like and then reach out. It'd be great to get to know you, understand your play style, what you're trying to get out of the game, and bring you on board. So we're going to kick the speed up here quite a bit. We're at 2.5 times now, because this was about a, I don't know, I think about a 45 or 50 minute battle. And I'm trying to keep it below 30 minutes here on the video. So slowing it down right here, you can see this is where I mess up. And you can see the garrison's already pretty deep. I send my air squad to go hit the code boss, and I'm trying to get in. I see, oh, there's a spot, and by the time I tried to go, it was too late. Tried it again, and I had hit after the code boss. So now you can look at my air squad up in the upper left-hand corner, and 9 minutes and 20 seconds to get into the garrison. That was rough, and then I couldn't hit it again because I had the my missile squad was supposed to be going there, or my air squad was going to be going in there, so I had to speed up my missiles spend some diamonds in order to get them on the right track. You see we're 5 seconds from capture, and then we lost the Stronghold again. Reminds me of this Gladiator quote.
People should know when they're conquered.
So we see this thing counting down, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we want to get in a good position here to potentially counterattack. Not saying that's what we're going to do, but we at least want to keep the optionality open. So I got ready to teleport. A lot of other people did too, and then we weren't done. Ported with 99.99%, and then they mounted a counterattack. So now I've got to redivert my missiles, and you can see my missiles took out quite a few here on this attack. I think I ran into one of their whales, but and then I had a 3.5 minute march back, so sent the air, and then I decided, well, let's go send a lot more of my air that time. In fact, not coming back on fire, so I must have cleared out 5 squads from there. Went to go hit it with my tanks as well, and fortunately before my tanks got to hit, we ended up taking the whole thing. Got that last 0.01%, sent in my deposit. We got that one reset, so that was good. And I got my missiles in air, long march back. But we got it done, and no Samba either, which would have made it a lot easier. So, look, we got to reward the Alliance. Thank them for staying up so late. So we went ahead and got a train for everybody who had hung out and stayed in the fight with us. So let's check out the rankings. Participation here, strong showing from MGD, of course. TG and I got our almost 6 million points. And then really good all the way down to, we had 62 total people. I have a feeling a few at the end. At the bottom here just threw a garrison and I went to sleep, but that's fine. It's better than nothing. If you stuck around this far, thanks for hanging out. Be sure to like and subscribe. And talk to you guys next time we bring in more battles here in Season 5. Crazy War 6 out.
Hell yeah!
And headshot, don't just make a bunch of content. Like, actually go and do something.
Be sure to like and subscribe, guys.